Yes. Right.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 28.
Genesis.
Starting from verse 10. Genesis 28.
Oh, 28.
Mhm.
All right.
Verse 10. Okay. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took the stones of the place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reaches to the heaven. And behold, the angel of God ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it, and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed.
What?
And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. In thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And let's jump on to 18. And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and took the stones that he had put for his pillows, and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of the place Bethel, and the name of the city was called Luz at the first. And Jacob bowed a bow, saying, If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and the raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. And this stone which I set for a pillar shall be God's house. And all that I shall give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. Okay. So even Jacob was chosen by God, even at the time he was in his mother's womb. Right? The Bible said the younger, the older one shall serve the younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe this is the first time Jacob got any touch from God. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, his mother and his father maybe prayed for him, and his mother makes some kind of plan. Jacob can be blessed by his father, but by himself, by Jacob himself, this is the first experience he got a touch from God. Means this is the first time Jacob knew God in his life. That's why he called this place Bethel. Bethel means house of God. House of God. right before this one, and he deceived his brother and his father, and kind of he stole the blessing from his father. Right? And his mother made the plan, but he joined the plan, and he covered himself with some fur coat, pretending his brother who got a lot of hair on his body, and he received the blessing from his father. And his brother Esau got angry, and he made some kind of vow, I will kill my brother. He stole everything from me. So his mother made a plan that Jacob can flee away until the Esau calmed down. So he made some kind of packaging. There's a movie like a Jacob. The movie described he prepared a lot of things to leave his house, his father's house, and go to his uncle's home. And he carried a huge amount of packaging on a camels. But when he was crossing the some mountain area, he lost everything. The camel fall down from the cliff, and he lost everything. He only got one bottle of oil.
Oh, okay.
So he lost everything, and he got nothing. So he has no choice sleeping in the wilderness. No money, and to go to motel or something beautiful thing, and buying some tent, nothing. He lost everything. That's why he is now sleeping in open field. He got no beddings to cover himself. That's why he has to use some stones as a pillow. But mostly the time people got some outer coat that can be used as a blanket when they sleep, right? It's kind of big square thing, kind of a garment, so they can use it as a blanket. So now he's now sleeping that way. But when he was sleeping, big thing happened. God opened the heaven on top of him. He got a dream. The heaven is open. An angel is coming down and going up. So when Jacob was sleeping in the wilderness, the heaven right above open. I was same kind of experience when I was playing in a church. At the time, our church was renting the place from some Lutheran church, and praying in the night. I was kneeling in I was on my knees and praying. You know what happened? There's big saw came down from heaven, and it began to cut the roof of the church, round shape, and made a big hole. Wow. And I came out of my body, kind of. So when God touched people, God opened the heaven. Now the Jacob, he didn't know nothing about God in his first experience. He only knew God over his father, his mother, right? But now is the time his father's God, his grandfather's God became his God, right?
Yeah.
God opened the heaven on top of Jacob. Wonderful time. Right? So we cannot despise anybody, right? Anybody can happen this kind of experience. Jacob did not live some good life. He stole he deceived his brothers and his father. And his name is Jacob, means what? Supplanter means liar, con man. But there's a plan from God to Jacob's life. When he became like a law, he got kicked out his parents' house and no money to go into the motel or hotel or keep some kind of inn. He has to live in the open field. Any moment, animal or beast of the wilderness can come. Maybe thief come. He might be killed any moment. But at that time, God opened the heaven. Jacob's heaven is open now. This is his experience. BC becomes AD. Right?
Yeah.
Now he became different person. His heaven is open. He got some connection to above. We can call this is like a born from above, right?
Mm-hmm.
John chapter 3, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible said it's born again, but actual meaning is born from above, right? Heaven is opened. Born from above. But even at the experience, he did not change at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But still, his heaven is open. That's why he's born from above. He got life from heaven. The King James Bible is very unique. The King James Bible uses some word play. Word play. Like let's go up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
Up to 18. So because he got nothing, no bedding or nothing, he gathered some stones and used the stones as his pillows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before the heaven is open, the pillow is some kind of stones of the wilderness. No value at all. Just regular stones. So he uses regular stones as his pillows. But when the heaven is open, right, the pillows became pillar. Pillar means some column.
Pillar.
Monument.
Oh, pillar.
Huh?
Pillar.
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 Yeah. Yeah, pillar.
So that one is pillow, right?
Yep.
Pillow. Pillar. So pillow became pillar. When the heaven is opened. Even the Jewish word almost similar. Masera and Maseba and Merasa, similar thing. So Jewish, the Bible used some kind of like a word play also, but the King James Bible was very faithful to the essence of the Hebrew Bible. So it uses some word play, pillow, pillar. But in between these two, pillow and pillar, there is an opening of heaven. Opening of heaven. So number one, the Jacob, when he experienced the open heaven, he is no longer somebody unknown person like some stones in the wilderness. Before he was like a problem person, or he might be some regular or nobody, like an average kind of person. And somebody did something wrong in their lives. They might have some good relationship, parents or good relation with the brothers, but sometimes they don't have that kind of relationship. Some kind of average person, nothing special. But because the heaven is open, it's no longer nobody. something is now happening, right? Some plan of God is now activated in Jacob's life. So he was nobody before, but he now became somebody. Somebody God is now watching. God activates some plan in Jacob's life. That's why it uses the word pillar. Right? Pillar. Stone. Pillar. Nothing. No useful. After he used the stone as a pillar, he never picked up the stones. He forgot about it. But because the heaven is opened, this unknown stone becomes a altar or the pillar in Jacob's life. You know what happened? After Jacob got a big trouble when he came back from his uncle's house, and there was a big accident happened in Jacob's family, and his daughter was raped by some other people, and there's a big slaughter from Simon and Levi. They got angry, and the big thing. So there's a crisis happen in Jacob's whole family. At that time, God told Jacob, "You go up Bethel." And he went same place, and he built an altar, and he remembered those stones he raised up as a pillar, and he the same thing, and God, he called God El Bethel, means God of Bethel. He remembered what God has done when he was just wandering like a young man, and God opened the heaven. He remembered the time and called upon the same God and raised up the same stone. God helped him. God spread all the fear around. Nobody can chase Jacob. So this little stone, or unknown stone, Jacob raised up as a pillar. This is Jacob's monument of life. Jacob's place experienced God again. This is the place, Jacob's holy place. Why? Heaven was opened. He got something from heaven. No, when the heaven is opened, the little thing becomes something. Little experience becomes a wonderful thing. And also, the pillar, it has a meaning of altar. Means Jacob said, "This place shall be God's house." This place shall be God's house. But it did not like happen in Judea, but it happened in northern kingdom Israel. They made some altar there, but it was not a good thing. So they made some golden calf at a place called Bethel. And King Jeroboam made northern Israel go there and worship. Supposed to be some temple of God in the place, but it did not work that way. But anyhow, and in Jacob's life, right, Bethel is very important place. He got some great monument of God. Now, this pillar or this pillow stone symbolizes Jacob himself. And because of that experience, Jacob became one of the very important pillar of Old Testament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jacob, David, Moses, Jacob, Moses, David. They might be the they might be the pillars of Old Testament Israel. On their life, the whole history of Israel is now established. Jacob, his name Israel, became the name of the nation. Right? Israel. Jacob became Israel later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this name became national name, which means Jacob is a pillar of Old Testament. He got open heaven. When we read Genesis, the later chapters of the Genesis, comparison with his father Isaac. Isaac did not know God's plan was on Jacob, not Esau, right?
Wow.
His father Isaac, he's a man of God, he's a godly man, but he did not know that God's choice is not the elder one Esau, but the younger one Jacob, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did not know that.
I didn't know that.
So he tried to bless his older son, like Esau, and that's why his mother, Jacob's mother, makes some kind of plan that can be switched. But Jacob knew something his father Isaac did not know. When he was blessing two sons of Joseph, right? Ephraim and Manasseh. Manasseh was the oldest and Ephraim was younger. But he switched his hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
He put his right hand on Ephraim, the younger one. He put his left hand on Manasseh, the older one. Joseph placed two sons according to the order of birth, right? Right hand, Ephraim. Left hand, Manasseh. Right hand, Manasseh,
Mm-hmm.
and the left hand on Ephraim. But Jacob knew God has more plan, greater plan for Ephraim.
Mm-hmm.
So he switched his hand and he blessed. And he said the Ephraim becomes 10,000s or 10,000s, and Manasseh became tens and tens. He placed Ephraim above Manasseh. He got open to heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got knowledge and wisdom from above, Jacob. He got open to heaven. Anyhow, Abraham and Isaac, they are the important people, but God's plan was like at the climax, at the time of Jacob. Everything in Jacob's life, God used for history of Israel and history of Old Testament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob has some complicated families. Somehow he got 4 wives.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's according to today's language, it's a polygamy.
Yeah.
Polygamy. Right?
Polygamy.
We attacked the Mormon people because they made polygamy as their doctrines. In the point of view, in the point of righteousness view, polygamy is some kind of fornication. But God used Jacob's household of polygamy to multiply Israel, and their children became 12 tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So God used even some evil things in Jacob's life as a foundation of a blessing to Israel. Right? And even those jealousy between two wives, major wives. What was the bigger one? Leah and
Rachel.
Rachel. There's such a jealousy between them, right? But this jealousy expedite more children in Jacob's life, so that he can have enough children. There is 12 tribes of Israel, right? So everything in Jacob's life, whether good things or bad things, even the hatred between his brother has also been used by God to promote God's plan to expedite the nation Israel. Everything in Jacob's life has been utilized by God to promote kingdom of heaven. I believe the reason is what? Heaven is opened. Even little thing is too precious to just let it go. God grabbed everything in Jacob's life to promote his kingdom. He did not treat all his 12 sons equally. He did not, right? He got some favoritism. He shows some kind of partiality among his children. Joseph was special boy. Joseph. Why he loved his second wife, Rachel, the best. So he loved the 11th son, Joseph, lot more than others. It's like some kind of mental sickness. Looked like a mental sickness. He was so obsessed with his son Joseph, and because of that, all the other sons became very jealousy and sold him as a slave. Right?
Yes.
That's why he was sold to Egypt, became some slave of king's captain. What was his name? The captain of the guard? Potiphar.
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 Does it say it again?
Potiphar.
Potiphar.
Okay. I never know how to pronounce it.
But even God used this kind of something bad in Jacob's life to prepare Israel in Egypt by making Joseph as a prime minister at the time of famine. So every good thing plus every evil thing in Jacob's life has been used by God to the great purpose. Everything evil became good in Jacob's life. He got such a pain because of that. But the joy when he found his son back was 100-fold. I believe because his heaven is opened. Now, this is point now. If you have a Jesus, right? Jesus makes you open heaven. If you have a Jesus, you have a connection to heaven.